Hi, welcome to my video on solve a log equation with logs on both sides of the equation. This is part 1. If the log of x base b equals the log of y base b, then x is equal to y. Notice both bases have to be the same. Where x and y are greater than 0, the reason is you can't do the log of a negative number or 0. And the base is greater than 0 and not 1. The base has to be greater than 0 and not 1. Let's solve some equations to show you some examples. The log of 2x equals the log of 20. The base is 10 in each of these, understood. So therefore 2x equals 20. Divide by 2 and x is equal to 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. 20 equals 20. So the answer is 10. We should always check the answer to make sure they're obeying these restrictions right here. The log of 3x minus 1 base 2 is equal to the log of negative x minus 2 base 2. Both bases are the same, so therefore 3x minus 1 equals negative x minus 2. It's a linear, so we'll move all the x's to the left side, make the x move the plus or the minus 1 to this side to make it a plus 1. So we have 4x equals negative 1 divided by 4, and x is equal to negative 1/4. And if we do a negative 1/4 right here, if we take negative x minus 2 and plug in the negative 1/4, that makes it 1/4 minus 2, 1/4 minus 8 over 4, negative 7 over 4. That's the log of a negative number. So the answer to this problem is that there's no solution, because you can't do the log of a negative number. There's no solution, or it's the empty set. C, the log of 3x minus 1 equals the log of 2x minus 4. That means that 3x minus 1 equals 2x plus 4. 3x minus 2x equals 4 plus 1. X is equal to 5. Try a 5. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 1 is 14. And 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14. That's okay. Both of them are positives. Checking is through. So the answer is 5. Let's continue. Some more equations. Just doing more examples. Solve for x. Again, we have the log on each side. Both bases are 3's. So that means that x squared minus x is equal to x plus 15. It's a quadratic, so we move all terms to the left side. And when we move x over, we make it negative. When we move 15 over, we make it negative. And we simplify. Negative x and negative x is negative 2x. Because we have a quadratic, we can try to factor it. X squared is made up of x and x. Factors of 15 are 1 times 15 or 5 times 3. But the factors of 15 to give you a 2 got to be 5 and 3. And the product is negative 15. The sum is negative 2. So it's a negative 5 plus 3. Multiply negative 5 times 3, negative 15. Add negative 2. So that means we have two answers. X minus 5 equals 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 5, or x is equal to negative 3. So let's check each of them. Make sure we don't get make sure that it's okay, because we're not allowed to have a log of a negative number. So x is 5. 5 squared is 25, minus 5 is 20. Positive, okay. 5 plus 15 is 20. Okay, both of them are 20s and it's positive. So 5 is okay. Let's check the negative 3. Remember, it's not that it's negative. The negative, whatever number makes this log negative. So negative 3 squared is 9, minus a negative 3. 9 plus 3 is 12. and negative 3 plus 15 is 12. Both are positives, and this is okay because it creates a positive number here, which is 12, and 12 here. So the answer here is 2 of them. So it's 5 or negative 3. Both, there's 2 answers. E, again, we have the log on each side, and the base is 10. But before we start, we have to move this number, which is in front, to the power. So now we have the log of each side. So we got the log, so that means that a half times x cubed minus 3x is equal to x squared, multiplied by a half x cubed minus 3 over 2x equals x squared. Notice we have fractions, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So let's multiply each term by 2. So a half, that's multiplied by 2. I'm doing the square there. Multiplied by 2. Multiplied by 2. Because we're doing powers, I better not put it up at the top. Let's multiply. So 2 times a half is x cubed. 2 times negative 2 times 3 over 2 is negative 3x. And 2 times x squared is 2x squared. Now we have all x's, so we have to do descending order. X cubed minus 2x squared minus 3x equals 0. And we have, because we have an x cubed, that means we have 3 values of x. So x is the GCF, so let's take x out. X cubed divided by x is x squared. Negative 2x squared divided by x is negative 2x. Negative 3x divided by x is negative 3. So we have x, and this is a quadratic, which is factorable. Normally, if not, we got to use the quadratic formula. X squared is x and x. The factors of 3 are 3 and 1. Negative 3 minus 2, negative 3 plus 1. Product is negative 3, sum is negative 2. Multiply negative 3 by 1, negative 3. Add negative 3 and 1, negative 2. So we have x is equal to 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0. Or we have x plus 1 equals 0. X is 0. X is 3. X is negative 1. So we have to check. So let's check. We check back in the main equation. So let's look at, this is the easiest one to check. X equals 0. So we put a 0 here. We do the log of 0. We cannot do the log of 0 because this x has to be greater than 0 and not 1. So we can't use 0. So once one expression makes it false, you don't have to do any in the other ones. Try 3. The log of 3 is okay. 3 is positive. Now we got a 3. So if we did a half x cubed minus 3x, so that's a half of 3 cubed minus 3 times 3. And we do the power first, which is 27. Then we do the multiplication. That gives us an 18, which is a 9. And if we put the 3 here, and the square goes up, so that's an x squared, so 3 squared is 9, so this is okay. And the negative 1, we put a negative 1, we can't do the log of a negative 1 because it's a negative number, so this is a no. So the answer, even though I have 3 values of x, the answer to this problem is just 3. A good problem to end on. Again, to end on a cubic, cubing it, so there's 3 answers and only one works. So that's just a review of having logs on each side. There's no we just have a log, we simplify, and everything works out. We got to be aware that the number got to be greater than 0, and the base got to be greater than 0, not 1. Keep that restriction in mind. Again, if you like my video, click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, you want to subscribe to my channel, click the subscribe button. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. And that's the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video helped you. Bye-bye.